So a lot of people be like, de jour, bro. How you get your license? You know, they slide up on TikTok and be like, bro, they be young truck drivers too, and I love it because I love the energy, bro. Because they be like, man, I'm not doing anything anyway. So, bro, how can I get my CDL without paying or without? Anyway, bro, that's besides the point. So look, I really do like that people reach out to me and they actually ask for my input on how to get their CDLs and shit like that. And look, I'm from the South, bro, so don't badge me in the comments for saying CDLs, bro. I'm just from the South. I always said, anybody from the South to tell you, bro, we don't say CDLs, we say CDLs. But anyway, so, bro, I got one of my homegirls and a couple of my homeboys to sign up with these companies, man. Like, first off, if you don't have a clean driving record, bruh, go ahead and get that shit squared away, bruh, because it's gonna be kind of hard. It's kind of like you can follow every single step that I tell you to follow, but chances of you remaining in that class, they not even gonna, you feel me? They're not even gonna waste their time with you, bro, because you know no truck driving company wants somebody who have points on their license or a bad driving record. It just makes it look bad and shit like that. Like you can't expect to go into the FBI or law enforcement and you got felonies and shit like that. That's just how that shit goes. It's the same way with truck driving and shit. If you got a bad driving record, bro, it's gonna be kind of hard. You'll have to actually go to probably like driver's ed, or you're gonna have to go to the DMV and try to talk to them or whatever the case may be in order to get those points revoked or take a class to get those points revoked. But if you have a clear driving record like me and other people and like how my friends had, then follow these steps. So there are a couple companies that are willing to hire you and also pay for you to go to class, bro. So you just have to do your own research. But a couple companies that I know for a fact that are hiring and that are actually, let's go. I'm sorry, man. I'm watching my dog right now while we outside and shit. Look at his ass. I'm my baby boy. But so a lot of people, a lot of companies that I recommend would be Prime. Prime is a great company to start off with if you're a great driver. I really don't fuck with JB Hunt, but JB Hunt will pay for you to go to class. Schneider will pay for you to go. Just keep in mind when you do sign for these companies and latch on with these companies and stuff like that, like they're not going to give you the class for free. You see, like, understand what I'm saying? So that's like giving out money for free. So when you do sign up for these companies and stuff, just be sure that you're reading and be sure that you are asking all types of questions, like, you know, if I do lease on with you guys, or if I do take this class and then you guys pay for this, you know, how long do I gotta be with you guys before I can be out on my own? Because like it's kind of like a loan. I would compare it to having a loan, and basically you're just gonna be paying them back within those 6 months of you driving for them. But the great thing about that is you'll still be making money. It's just like I said, you'll be paid a decent amount, but it won't be the amount that you really expect. You see what I'm saying? And like staying with those companies and stuff, it might be 6 months to a year. I don't think it's gonna pass no longer than a year and stuff like that, because that shit is just ridiculous. So if you get a company and they sit here and be like, hey, you know, we'll pay for y'all to go to we'll pay for you to go to a class course, but you gotta stay here for a year and a half. Fuck that shit. Move on to another company, bro, because that shit ain't even worth it for real. Like that's slavery. But like I said, bro, if you don't have the $2,000 or $3,000 and shit like that, you know, lease on with these companies, man. Let these companies do the work for you. That way you don't have to come in and come out of pocket for anything. The only thing that you will have to pay for is the materials and food and stuff like that. And 9 times out of 10, they pay for you to go and stay in a hotel. It's not the Marriott, but they do pay for you to go to a hotel, and they give you the proper training, and they'll give you a truck for free. Well, nothing's for free, but they'll give you a truck that you can use in order to get started. And then on top of that, you will have a job at the end. A lot of people think that they can go to school, and then when they go to school and pay that money, you know, the hardest thing for them I can't even talk. The hardest thing that they end up facing is finding an actual suitable job that will take you, because a lot of companies are not going to waste their time with new drivers because you are a liability. You don't know the roads, you don't know how to handle a truck. So a lot of them aren't going to take that chance with you. But if you lease on with these companies like Prime and I'm not sponsored by none of these people, these are just some of the good, I ain't gonna say great, but good companies that I recommend because a lot of people not gonna hire you. Now you got smaller companies that'll sit here and they might pay for you to go to school, but the chances of that actually happening is slim to none, only because they are coming out of pocket. And if they're a local business, in a small trucking company, they might not have the funds. But if you know somebody and they're willing to do that for you, you guys can work out an agreement. Now, when you do get the chance to go to this class and stuff like that, I will probably say that the statistics of people actually passing, man, is very, very low, bro. Because y'all gotta understand, bro. This is not something that you can just go in and just do. This is not something that everybody can just be doing, bro. This is once you get your L's, bro, you're considered a professional driver. And one of the main questions that I get asked the most is, do they drug test? Yes, bro, they drug test, bro. You can't smoke weed, bro, and drive trucks, bro. I'm sorry, that's just the truth. You're a liability, bro, and it's gonna look bad on the company and it's gonna look bad on you. So before you take the initiative to go to these classes, make sure that you are clean, bro, because I know too many people that I have set up and they just couldn't stop smoking weed, or they thought they was good, or they try to cheat their way around. Ain't no cheat no way around that shit. Some people pass and get through, bro, but I promise you, 50 people, just to give you some real statistics, it can be 50 people that go in your class with you to whatever company that you decide, and you guys, it can be 50 people that go to the class that you guys decide, or the trucking company that you decide to go with. Out of those 50 people, 25 of those are going to fail the drug test. I promise you. Half of the class, within the first week or week and a half of them are going to go home. And I promise you that's how that shit is. If I'm lying, go ask the neighborhood truck driver, bro. Go ask these truck drivers, bro, or people who try to get their CDLs. They have failed, and they be like I done had one of my homeboys. They be like, man, I ain't smoking 2 months. They done fucked around and did the hair sample and shit and got his ass. You see what I'm saying? So no, bro, you cannot smoke weed. I do not recommend smoking weed or doing any type of drugs or illegal substance or anything to intoxicate you while you are training or while you are driving. You see what I'm saying? Because it will fuck you up and it looks bad on you, and it's gonna be on your record, bro. So it's gonna be hard for you to get another, job and stuff like that, or try again and stuff, because they jot all that shit down. But so yeah, bro, come on there. If you do want to drive and work for one of these companies, man, go out and make sure that you are clean. Montana, no. Make sure that you are clean. Make sure that you have everything in order. Make sure your paperwork is in order. Make sure your driving history is correct. Like I said, I ain't even speak too much on the driving portion, but if you have a bad driving record, I done had a friend who had points, probably 2 points off his license, and he was in a class course for 3 weeks. No. Okay, so the class course are 4 weeks, but he was in there for 2.5 weeks. And then next thing you know, he had got a phone call. No, matter of fact, the instructor had pulled him off to the side, and they was just like, hey man, you had 2 points off your license and stuff like that. And with him already have paid that money and stuff like that, bro, they was just like, we gotta let you go, bro. We didn't even know that you had 2 points off your license. Ain't no company gonna hire you, and you clearly can't get your CDL. So make sure that you have your driving record clear, and also make sure that you have, make sure that your drugs and all that shit is just, good, bro. For real. Or you're gonna be sent home. Like I said, you're gonna be part of the statistics and shit that get sent home. And that shit is just fake. Alright, so with that being said, bruh, you have 50 people that's gonna go to class, and like I said, half of them are going to fail. Half of them are going to not be able to continue on because of the fact that they have a drug-related problem. And probably that a good 1 or 2% out of that 50 are going to fail because they did not make sure that their driving record was clean before they even decided to goddamn go to class, bro. So keep that shit in mind, bro. They do not play around with that shit, bro, at all. Now, when you got 25 people left in the classroom, there are going to be half, again, that's going to fail the test, if they don't fail the permit or the testing, they're going to fail the driver's portion, and that's just it, bro. Like that's just, it's just gonna cut the class down to 12 people. You see what I'm saying? Like out of 50 people, only 8 to 12 people are going to pass, bro. And I can't, bro. You can't knock me for saying that shit, bro. Because I look at the statistics, and I also have a lot of friends who go to these classes and be like, man, we started off with 25 people and only 4 people pass, bro. Because it's that hard. It can be hard, but you have to actually sit down and put it in time and study the material, and you have to, like, it's kind of like second nature, bro. You got to live and breathe this shit, bro. Otherwise, it's going to be hard for you to pass these tests and get your CDL, bro. But it's possible, though. It's possible. Like, I'm not going to lie to you guys. When I took my test and shit like that, man, bro, I failed the test 4 times, and I went to the DMV. And I thought I was studying the right material, bro. I wasn't really studying the right material. Montana, let's go. I wasn't really studying the right material, bro, and I was failing bad. I failed my driving test once, but I passed the second time, bro. Like, that shit is hard, bro. And even then, bro, let's go. Even then, like, you're going to struggle while driving. Even after you pass your test, you're going to struggle while driving. But that's another topic for when we gonna talk about. That's another topic that we're gonna talk about whenever you guys pass y'all CDLs and shit like that. But that's the most common way for you guys to get y'all CDL, bro. Like, going to the DMV and getting these companies to pay for that shit, bro. Like, I recommend, if you are balling on the budget and you don't have the necessary funds to help you fund or get you through your class course without having financial debt or whatever, bro, take that route. The only thing you're sacrificing is 6 months of being with that company, 6 months to up to a year with that company and stuff like that. But after that, you're kind of home free. You can work for whoever you want to work for, as long as you don't have no type of speeding or get any type of record while driving trucks and shit like that. Like, it's easy, bro. Like, it's real easy, bro. You just got to do your own research. A lot of people sit here and say that this shit is hard, bro. Like, I feel like a lot of people who are meant to pass. What are you doing? What is you doing? Look at this man. What are you doing, Montana? Get back, buddy. Anyway, I feel like a lot of people who sit here and say that they hard, bro, they just really didn't apply themselves. Or if they did apply themselves, bro, they just gave up on themselves. Because I know it can be frustrating in that truck, bro. Like, believe me, I know. Bro, I used to literally sweat my ass off while backing up. Like, I took my test during the summertime. Pulling up. Reversing, pulling up, reversing, bro. Get used to backing up, bro. Get used to backing up. I don't care what nobody says, bro. The hardest thing is going to be backing up, and the other hardest thing is going to be like, taking the actual test and shit like that, bro. Because it just ain't no joke, bro. It just ain't no joke, bro. And, like, I really wish the best on all y'all, bro. Like, I really wish to see a lot of people that is young, committed, even older people, like the older audience and stuff like that, bro. I just like seeing people want to succeed and want to change their lives and stuff like that, because trucking actually bring a lot of good opportunities towards you and your family, bro. It can actually help you out and stuff like that, bro. But a lot of people don't want to know that, and a lot of people don't want to pay attention to that shit, though, bro. But yeah, bro, I feel like those are some of the easiest ways, or the most convenient way for you to get your L's, bruh. Lease on with a company. And if you don't want to lease on with a company, then yeah, man, spend that 2-3 racks, bruh. Just make sure after you spend that 2 or 3 racks, you still have a company lined up. That way you have a job, and that way you can start making your money back, bro. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. This your boy DeJoy, man, and I'm signing off, man. Let's get it.